Hello, it's Tony with Golf SlingShot, and in this video we're going to talk about how it's played. Now, a key to understanding how to get the most use out of your slingshot is to understand the logic behind the name slingshot. And for that, we want to consider that the device itself, specifically the barrel of the device, is actually the sling. The shot is the steel bearing that rolls inside the barrel. And SlingShot is designed to release that bearing upon a sudden burst of speed. Well, in your swing, where do you want the greatest speed to be? Well, you want it to be right at the 6 o'clock position. And if your swing is timed correctly, you'll hear that pop right at 6 o'clock, right at the bottom of your swing. Now, if you have a little bit of a flaw in your backswing and you get a little handsy and you take that club back too quickly, that shot's going to pop before you get to the top of your backswing. Alternatively, if you have some trouble in your transition with what they refer to as casting, and you start your downswing with a real dramatic move away from your body, well, that shot is going to pop early. So to really benefit from SlingShot, what we want to do is just take our position as we would with any other club. Step into your setup geometry. But once we've addressed the ball, we want to remember that we want to keep SlingShot above the ground. And what we do is we take our first position as hover, and then we raise the end of the club up and allow that shot to seat on its magnet. Now once it's seated, we go back to the hover position, 3 to 6 inches above the ground. Now if we get a little handsy in the backswing, notice what happens to the shot. If we have a real quick, dramatic move away from the ball with our hands, well, that shot's going to pop early. And that gives us the assistance in learning to develop a nice move away from the ball, a nice one-piece takeaway. Now, if our tendency is to cast, perhaps we suffer with something that I've been challenged by for years, I like to refer to as impact anxiety. We get so worried about what's going to happen at the bottom of our swing that we get to the top and we just make this violent move to rush down to get back to the ball. And if we do that with SlingShot, as you just saw and heard, it's going to pop before the bottom of our swing. Now the ideal is we get again into our setup as we would with any other club. We get comfortable, we hover, we load, we hover, we make a nice move to the top. We get here and we think drop. We want to try to maintain the angle between our forearm and the club for as deep into the downswing as we can. And to help us with that, SlingShot gives us a very simple but effective swing thought. Keep the bearing on the seat for as long as you can into the downswing. And that's going to give you that feeling that you're looking for of holding onto that lag and being in a position to use compound leverage to fire that shot straight through impact with an effective and efficient move at the ball. And as you work out with it, you'll find that you can hear very easily exactly where in the swing that shot pops. And you'll be amazed at how quickly you pick up on that audible cue of whether or not you're doing something poorly that needs correction, or ideally, if you have a well-timed swing that pops right at 6 o'clock. So working out with your SlingShot in this manner is going to enable you to see, to feel, and to hear exactly where you are throughout your swing. And as we mentioned in the introduction video, that feedback is critical for players of all levels to make progress in your game. So as you look through the website, find the SlingShot that best suits your style of play. And working out with it will enable you to swing smarter and not just harder.